correctly with the correct amount.
Salt Lake City Loom is crushing all and any preconceived musical barriers and expectations. Their name alone draws reference to a weaver's loom, a mechanical device used to weave together many different threads into a solid piece of cloth. This is what they do with their music. The band is set to release their full-length album, which is entitled Selva Mojada, which is Portuguese for wet jungle. Hi, DJ Tina here, host of HMTV Canada Easing. With me today is Jerome, drummer and vocalist for the band Loom. Hi Jerome, congratulations on your new album, Selva Mojada, which will be released this month through Exigent Records. Can you tell us about Selva Mojada, such as the song tracks, their themes, and what's in store for the fans?
Well, the album and all the songs are pretty much just about us being in a band and going on tour. That's what it all boils down to. Selva Mojada means wet jungle in Portuguese, and the artwork and everything, and the songs are kind of like, sort of like a storybook, not like a really written out story, but just kind of like an implied storybook. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about the album, but our plans are we're going on another U.S. tour for 2 months starting in September, and we're going to stay home for the winter and probably most of the spring and write a new album, and then we're going to go to Europe and keep touring the U.S. Next year. And that's about it.
What motivates or inspires the band to write their lyrics? Are they based on the environment or social issues or relationships?
They're actually not really based on either. They're just really about ourselves. We don't really, we all have different opinions and we come from different backgrounds, so we don't really think about anything too political or anything like that, but we just think about, the lyrics are a lot about just being hopeful about yourself and doing what you want to do, even though it's pretty hard to do that. It's like being in a band. It's not really a great way to make a living, but it's what we're all passionate about, so it's what we do, and that's kind of what we think about.
Who does most of the songwriting, and do the band members contribute their ideas to Loom's lyrical content?
Yeah. Mostly me and Mike and Josh do the lyrical writing, but no matter what, like if I were to write a song, everyone else would take a look at it and see if they wanted to change anything, because all the lyrics are supposed to be from all of us and not just one single person.
Do the band members share the same influences for their music, and do they like to experiment and try new ideas with their sound?
We all have different influences. Me and the singer kind of come from a post-hardcore sort of background. Our violinist is classically trained. Our guitar player, Mike, is jazz trained. And then our bass player's been in a lot of like pop bands. So we kind of all come from different places as far as that goes.
Were there any challenges in laying the song tracks down to the recording for Selva Mojada?
You mean just like tracking it? Like the album, just all the different tracks?
Yeah, the recording process. Were there any challenges?
Well, the vocals was definitely the challenge of the album, because we wanted to do something a little bit. Our previous releases have been more just yelling, and this one we wanted to try to add some melody, and we kind of write at times sort of technical music, so sometimes it's hard to put to it. We actually had to just scratch all the lyrics, take a couple more months, and then go back into the studio after we were like a little bit better prepared to finish the lyrics. The vocals.
How did the band land the opportunity to work with music producer Chris Crummett at Interlaced Audio, and will Chris be mixing and mastering the song tracks for your new album?
Well, he already mixed and mastered it, so yes. And we just met him through some friends. We have some friends in Portland. There's a band called Prize Country that's on our label, and Chris actually hasn't recorded them, but he's recorded a band called Microtia more recently. And I don't know, we just have friends that know him and know that he's a good producer, and they recommend us to him, whatever. So we hooked up with him.
Is there any music video production in the works for your song tracks off of Selva Mojada?
Did you say music video?
Yes.
Nope, there sure isn't.
No plans.
That might be something we'll do at some point, but we're not really too worried about it. No.
Okay. Who is the incredible artist that designs the band's album covers, and is the band's favorite artistic theme the element water?
Okay, so the first part of that question, I think, was Peyton Bischoff. He's actually my little brother, and I don't know, he's done the artwork for our 3 releases, our EP, our split with Prize Country, and the new album. We have, like, whatever artists do, like all our merch and whatever, we just try lots of different people, but we wanted to stick with him. He does a really good job, and I don't know, we just like, keeping things the same. I don't know how to really explain that, but we just like the fact that he's done all of our releases so far. Just is all the more reason for us to keep using him to do our releases, because he does a really good job and something people can identify.
How is Selva Mojada different from, in both lyrics and sound, compared to your former albums, Angler and Clutches?
Well, it sounds a lot crisper. I think the production is better, and I had a lot to do with Chris Crummett. Also, I think the songs are just a little bit better thought out. It kind of took us a year or so of writing songs to come into our own and like what we're doing a lot.
When playing your live shows, do you include songs from all 3 albums in your playlist?
Well, the last tour that we went on, we usually did like one or two songs that weren't off the new album, but since the new album's just barely coming out, we wanted to promote it a lot and play a lot of the songs off of it. But we're writing new songs, and we're going to change how many songs we play off of the new album.
I couldn't believe it when I read in Loom's bio that the band owns a school bus that runs on vegetable oil for fuel. How does this work, and are there any dangers in using oil compared to gas?
Well, I don't know about dangers. The grease conversion is pretty awesome. It saves us a lot of money, but at the same time we have an old school bus. Even right now we have like a few things that we need to fix on it, so it breaks down pretty regularly. But with saving money on gas and just getting grease from restaurants for free, it about evens out.
This vegetable oil that you're using for the bus, it's recycled?
Yeah, it's just grease that would otherwise be thrown away.
Okay, so how does the speed compare to regular gas-powered vehicles?
I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. We get about, we run on diesel too.
Okay.
So we can switch back and forth. We get about 9 miles to the gallon in our bus on that, and we probably get about 8 miles to the gallon on grease. So just a little bit less power.
All right.
But it runs fine. And I'm pretty sure over a long period of time it wears on the engine harder than diesel would.
Yeah. Has the band patented their brilliant idea to car companies?
Well, it wasn't our idea.
No?
There's lots of bands that do that, or lots of bands that have done it in the past anyways.
So the idea's been around for...
Something we could patent. I mean, even it's not like it's a special engine either. It's just a regular diesel engine. All diesel engines can run on grease.
So the idea's been around for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, and it's catching on more and more. I mean, I'm sure at some point everyone will catch on and it won't really work anymore, because it kind of... the way it works is we get it from restaurants, and if everyone starts doing it, then it won't work. But for now, it's saving us money, so that's what we're doing.
That's cool. What comes to mind as being the most memorable, funny, or wild and crazy music venue or festival the band has toured or played on, and why?
Well, my favorite venue is this place called the Holy Mountain in Seattle, and just kind of like an independently run, I don't think it's even I think it's, either way, it's just an independently run place, and you can do whatever you want. It's just like, a lot of places that we like are just places that aren't even real venues, just people's houses or whatever kind of space someone turns into a venue, where you don't have a lot of business and a lot of people worried about trying to make money. It's just more tons of kids getting together and having fun. So, I don't know, I'd say I really like the Holy Mountain. We like the Warehouse in La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's a good place.
What's the music scene like in Salt Lake City? Is hardcore punk and metal more of an underground music scene?
The scene in Salt Lake's kind of weird. There's like a harder rock scene, and that's probably what we're a part of. And I know it varies. There will be shows with hundreds of kids, and there will be shows with just a few kids. There's also a really big, just like indie scene. It's kind of that boring, straightforward D-rock stuff.
Okay.
A lot of people are into that around here, and there's actually some pretty good bands in that arena. But I don't know, the scene in Salt Lake changes a lot, but the people that are all kind of the core of it are all really good people, and like a lot of close friends.
Are there lots of places to play locally in your area?
Not really. I mean, there's like if we wanted to play somewhere, we would either play at like Kilby Court or Bird's Tiki Lounge. Mm-hmm. That's about it. I mean, there are more venues, but a lot of them are run by people that don't really deal fairly to bands and stuff like that. So.
Are you having to deal with the pay-to-play issue in your area?
Oh no, we don't pay-to-play. It's a joke.
Oh, it is.
The only place we ever even run into that is LA. We would never pay to play in LA, but I think we've played for free in LA every single time we've played there.
So what's the band's focus for the remainder of 2009? Once Selva Mojada is released, is there a major tour planned to promote this new album?
Yeah, there's a 2-month-long tour starting in September, like mid-September, and it'll go through, we'll be home probably like a day or two before Thanksgiving, and that will be, it's like 2 months and a week, so we're going to hit basically everywhere in the United States. There'll probably be like 3 or 4 states that we don't hit, so we're going to try to play as many places as we possibly can.
Out of all the places that you're playing in the U.S., is there any country that you want to go to and tour or play in?
Any country outside of the U.S.?
Outside the U.S., yes.
Yeah, we really want to go to Europe really badly. I mean, I've heard really good things about touring in Europe as well as Japan. But our plan is to go to Europe in 2010, and we're already kind of making some connections and getting that figured out. But I don't know, especially like Germany, and we have some friends in Ireland. It would be really nice to go there. I don't know how cost effective it would be, but if we could go to Europe, I think we would do pretty well.
Any plans on coming to Canada soon?
Not really. Next year, I think we might try to do it along with the U.S. tour. Good. But as for now, we don't even know how to book a show in Canada. I imagine it's not that hard, but...
If you pull together with other bands, it's easy.
Yeah. Definitely have to find a Canadian band to go with. That's just like going to Europe. We couldn't go there unless we had a good band to tour with and use their equipment and stuff.
Right. Okay, so before we wrap up our interview, do you have any shout-outs to friends or fans?
Any shout-outs to friends or fans?
Yes.
I don't know. No, not really.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Drum, for this interview. I also want to thank Jerry and Exigent Records. Horns High, you rock. And we look forward to you when you come to Canada.
Awesome. Thanks.